ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಕಳೆದ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್. ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೌ ಟು ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಎ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಸಸ್, that we are going to discuss here. Matrix representation of graphs. So suppose you have a graph here. So for example, I take this one. I take an arbitrary graph and label this as say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a graph and now I want to represent this graph through matrix, so that representation should be unique, and I have to get some properties of these graphs that should be reflected in the matrix. So that way I am going to represent the graph using the concept of matrix. So there are so many such matrices. I'll start with adjacency matrix. Later we shall discuss incidence matrix, cycle matrix and cut set matrix. For our syllabus we have 4 types of matrices. So let's start with adjacency matrix. So I have this graph. I will define the adjacency matrix by the way that is denoted by A of G. Adjacency matrix of G. A of G. The entries of A of G are defined to be, let us write like this. Adjacency matrix A of G equal to Aij. It will be a matrix of order n cross n, a square matrix of order n cross n, and this n corresponds to number of vertices in the graph. That will be the order of the matrix. So A of J is equal to Aij, where the entries are defined by Aij equal to 1 if Vi, the corresponding vertex Vi is adjacent to Vj, 0 otherwise. If you take any two vertices of this graph, there are only two possibilities. Either those two vertices are adjacent or that two vertices are not adjacent. If that two vertices Vi and Vj are adjacent, then we will take Aij to be 1. If they are not adjacent, then we will take Aij to be 0. Now let us write down the matrix, adjacency matrix of this graph. I will write it here. So the vertices here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Similarly, the rows again I have to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So obviously this will be a 6 cross 6 matrix because number of vertices in the graph are 6. So it will be a 6 cross 6 matrix. Now this actually corresponds to V1. V1 ಬದಲು ನಾನು ಬರೀ 1 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. V1, this will be V2, V3, V4, V5, V6. Similarly, V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, V6. V ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬರೀ ಇಂಡೆಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ ನಾನು, just to make the notation simpler. Now look into this. 1 is not adjacent to 1 again because we are considering only simple graphs, that graphs without loops. So no vertex is adjacent to itself. So if you take 1 and 1, these two vertices are not adjacent, so it will be 0 here. Now next 1, e element fix ಮಾಡಿಟ್ಕೊತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Now look into this. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, they are adjacent. I had to write 1. Next 1 and 3, they are not adjacent, 0. 1 and 4, 1 and 4 not adjacent, 0. 1 and 5, they are adjacent, 1. 1 and 6, they are adjacent, 1. Now come to 2. 2 and 1, 2 and 1 are adjacent, 1. 2 and 2, they are not adjacent. No vertex is adjacent to itself. So 0. 2 and 3, 1. 2 and 4, 1. 2 and 5, 0. 2 and 6, 1. Similarly, come to 3. 3 and 1, they are not adjacent, 0. 3 and 2, adjacent. 3 with the 3, 0. 3 and 4, 0. 3 and 5, 0. 3 and 6, 0. Next, come to 4. 4 and 1, 0. 4 and 2, 1. 4 and 3, 0. 4 and 5, 1. 4 and 6, 4 and 4, it will be 0. 4 and 5, 1. 4 and 6, 0. 5. 5 with 1, 1, 6, 4. 1, 4, 6. So, more adjacent here. Next, if you come to 6, that is adjacent to 1, 2 and 5. 1, 2 and 5. So, remaining row 0. So, this is the adjacency matrix of this graph. So, I have to write down both rows and columns, vertices. Then, if corresponding two vertices, pair of vertices are adjacent, you have to write the corresponding entry 1. If they are not adjacent, you have to write 0. So, this gives you the adjacency matrix of the given graph. So, similarly, try to write adjacency matrix for some more graphs so that you can easily write down adjacency matrix of any given graph. Now, I am just writing only one matrix. I'll try to write down a few more such matrices considering some standard graphs. We have already listed standard graphs. So, consider that graphs and try to write down the adjacency matrix for that. Next, we'll move on to some observations on this adjacency matrix. Some observations of the adjacency matrix. Now, look into this matrix, the adjacency matrix of this graph. If this is G, then this will be A of G. Now, I have this row 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1 and corresponding column 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. So, I have same entries in both of these, and then 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. So, if you take the transpose of this matrix, if you take the transpose of this adjacency matrix, you get same matrix. So, A equal to A transpose. So, any adjacency matrix will be symmetric. Adjacency matrix, instead of just I'll write A of G. So, A of J is symmetric. Adjacency matrix ಯಾವುದು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು symmetric ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ entries of these adjacency matrices are either 0 or 1. So, any matrix whose entries are either 0 or 1 are called binary matrices. So, it is a binary matrix. In fact, all matrices we are going to discuss in our syllabus are all binary matrices, binary matrix. Now, let us think of this reason. Why this graph is, matrix is symmetric. See, if V2 is adjacent to some vertex here, then definitely that vertex is adjacent to V2. So, if Vi is adjacent to Vj, definitely Vj is adjacent to Vi. So, whenever you get Aij equal to 1, Aji is also 1. So, the adjacency relation is symmetric, so that the corresponding matrix is also symmetric. So, this is about first observation, and as I told already, if you have a graph of order n, then its adjacency matrix will be of order n cross n, and it is also always a square matrix. So, any symmetric matrix must be a square matrix also. That is condition, first observation. Second observation, if you count the number of ones here, or if you just add all the elements in a row, V1, this row I am considering 1, if you add all this 1, 2, 3. Similarly, if you add these entries, it is symmetric, so definitely you must have same entries. So, row sum must be equal to column sum because the matrix is symmetric. And if you count this, row sum 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3. Now look at this vertex 1, 1, 1, that is of degree 3. Come to this one, say 4. 1 plus 1, 2, corresponding to 4, 2. So if you add all the entries of a row corresponding to the vertex Vj, that sum will give you the degree of that vertex Vj. So it will be degree of the vertex. Sum of all entries in a row will give you the degree of that vertex. Next. Suppose you have a 0 row, all the entries are 0 in a row. Then from this we can say that the degree of corresponding vertex is 0. So any vertex of degree 0 is called isolated vertex. So 0 row or 0 column, you can take any one row or column. 0 row corresponds to isolated vertex. Zero row corresponds to isolated vertex. That is about third observation. Next, if you interchange any two rows here, suppose you interchange V1 and V4. So same row will be interchanged with this. Then you get some matrix. That actually the matrix of the graph in which these two vertices are interchanged. So interchange of rows and columns, interchange of rows or columns corresponds to reordering of vertices. You can just reorder here. Suppose ಇಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಬರೆದು ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಅಂತ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ, so ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ರೋ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ರೋ ಜೊತೆ ಇಂಟರ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So if you take an adjacency matrix and interchange two rows, that represents the relabeling or reordering of the vertices in the original graph. Rows ಅಥವಾ columns ನ interchange ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ corresponding ಆಗಿ ಆ vertex ಗಳು interchange ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So that's about point 4. So point 5. Suppose you have disconnected graph. Suppose let us take a disconnected graph. Let us see how the adjacency matrix of a disconnected graph looks like. Let us take a simple example. Say this is one component and another component B. So this is the graph G. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again I got 5, 6. Again 6 cross 6 matrix. So I have a graph G which is disconnected. You can't find any walk between 1 and 4. So this graph is disconnected. If a graph is disconnected, then actually it will be a union of two connected graphs. G is disconnected, which can be viewed as union of two connected graphs. Overall G ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ disconnected ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, but ಅದರದ್ದು subgraphs ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ that will be connected. So any connected subgraph of a disconnected graph is called component. Connected subgraph of a disconnected graph is called component. This is one component of G and this is second component of G. If a graph has only one component, then it will be connected. If it has two or more components, then it is disconnected. Now take this component as say G1, this component as G2. Now G is the union of G1 and G2. Okay, I will write like this: G1, G2. Otherwise it will be confusing. Now let us write down the adjacency matrix of A of G. As usual, I have to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am just taking a disconnected graph with 2 components. Similarly, you may consider disconnected graph with k number of components. Here, 1 is adjacent to 1, no, 0. 1 with 2, S. 1 with 3, S. 1 with 4, 0, 0, 0. 2 with 1, S. Or you can just reflect the same here. 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. Because it is symmetry. Now come to 2. 2 with 1, S. 2 with 2, 0, no. 2 with 3, S. 2 with 4, 5, 6, 0, 0, 0. So 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಈ ತರ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 3 with 3, 0. 3 with 4, 5, 6, 0. So 1, 1, here you have 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. 1, 1, 1, 3 zeros again. Next 4. 4 with 4, no. 4 with 5, S. 4 with 6, no. So I have 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. So I have to write 1, 0. 5 with 5, no. 5 with 6, S. 6 with 6, no. This is actually the adjacency matrix of G. Now see, I can split this matrix like this, or better I'll use this. You can check that, or you can write the adjacency matrix of G2, that will be this one. You can write it separately. Adjacency matrix of G2. Definitely this will get. Similarly, if you write the adjacency matrix of G1, that will be this one. So here you will get A of G. So remaining, here you have 0 matrix, here also you have 0 matrix. If you take any disconnected graph with components G1 and G2 with 2 components, then if G disconnected, say G equal to G1 union G2, then A of G will be A of G1 0 matrix, here also 0 matrix, A of G2. Suppose if G has 3 components, then the matrix will be A of G1 0, 0, 0, A of G2 0, 0, 0, A of G3. That will be the adjacency matrix of A of G. These type of matrices are called block matrices. BLOCK, block matrices. So any matrix which can be partitioned like this, so non-zero matrix, zero matrix, zero matrix, non-zero matrix. Only diagonal entries of non-zero matrices, remaining are zero matrices. Such graphs are called block matrices. So this is about 5th observation. Next, 6th one observation. So yesterday or in the previous class we discussed isomorphism of graphs. Suppose 2 graphs are isomorphism, then how to check that isomorphism. So the definition and examples we all discussed that in the previous video. Now suppose 2 graphs are isomorphism, then what will be the corresponding matrices? If G1 and G2 are isomorphic, 6th one. If G1 is isomorphic to G2, then you'll get adjacency matrix of G1 and also adjacency matrix of G2. Then how these two are related? These two will be similar. Similar, we have already studied that in your second semester. So A of G1 will be equal to R inverse into A of G2 into R for some non-zero matrix, for some matrix R. If two graphs are symmetric, then that matrices of that graphs are similar. Sorry, if two graphs are isomorphic, not symmetric. If two graphs are isomorphic, then corresponding matrices, adjacency matrices are similar. That means one matrix can be written as R inverse into second matrix into R for some permutation matrix R. And the last but very much important point is, see what we have done here is, I have considered a graph, then I have written the matrix. One graph ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ, a graph के matrices ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೇನೆ. Suppose if you are given with a matrix that is symmetric, binary in the sense the entries are zeros and ones only, can we write a graph corresponding to that matrix? That proves you the uniqueness of the matrix representation. So given any symmetric matrix, given any symmetric and binary matrix, given any symmetric and binary matrix, we can always write a graph G matrix A ಅಂತ. Given any symmetric binary matrix A, we can always write a graph G such that adjacency matrix of that graph will be the given matrix A. So given a matrix, there always exists a graph corresponding to that matrix, or graph whose adjacency matrix is the given matrix A. So this is about the definition and observations of adjacency matrix. So in the next video we shall discuss the same thing for incidence matrix. Then we shall discuss the rank of a matrix. Then two more concepts are incidence matrix and cut set matrices. So 4 types of matrices we are going to consider here. So in this video we have started with adjacency matrix. Next we will move on to incidence matrix. So try to write down the matrix representation of some standard graphs that we have listed in our previous video, so that you must be in a position to write adjacency matrix given any graph G. So thank you.